Hello everyone, Chick here with another Transformers review, and today I'll be reviewing the Transformers Legacy United Star Raider Ferak. And there he is. He is a slight retool of Cyclonus. They are very similar. Transformation is exactly the same, with actually slightly simpler for Ferak. There's just one less step, or one or a couple less steps than on Cyclonus, so he's actually slightly easier in that regard. And yeah, let's get a closer look at these guys. Okay, so here we have Ferak, and focus on there we are. You can see that his face, if we also pull in Cyclonus, let's see if we can get, there we are. You can see that the faces and even the head, at least the top of the head, is shaped ever so slightly different. They're very similar. They're close enough that if you don't have them side by side, it'd be hard to exactly point out what's different, but I will say there's heavier lines in Ferak's face. Obviously, the colors are very different. The chest is slightly different on Ferak. It gives the impression of like a collared shirt almost, with a deep cut on the chest. The torso right here is pretty much the same, and then the legs down are pretty much identical except for the colors. And then there is the Star Raiders logo right there, nothing on the chest for that. The wings obviously are a little bit different in the back, and then they also have the ability to have these guns go on the side. You can also hold these guns in addition to the standard gun that comes with Cyclonus, which they also included with Ferak, which I guess is pretty cool, or pretty nice if you don't necessarily want them to be holding these guns and you just want to keep them on the wings, which honestly is probably what I'm going to do most of the time. So, but like I said, the gun is pretty much the same as Cyclonus's. I will say I wish they painted it more than just, or painted it instead of leaving it the standard gray plastic. But hey, it's not the end of the world. Considering that he's almost all gray, I really hope he doesn't end up yellowing, because if you look closely at him, I don't think he was yellowed at all when I initially did my review of him when I first got him. But I am pretty sure that his gray plastic has started to yellow a little bit. I will say one thing that does help at least a little bit is that at least the paint on the thighs is close enough to that little bit of yellowing. At least I'm pretty sure it's yellowed a little bit. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. I did look at some pictures and it did seem a little darker than the plastic on the pictures I saw. But I mean, there's a lot of issues with that in Kingdom and all that. So hopefully they fix that problem for Ferak's and pretty much any other character made since that era. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look at the back. I mean, pretty much everything is the same. Like I said, it's just the biggest changes are the head, the wings, and the chest right there. Everything else is the same except for the coloration. The coloration's a little bit different. Now it's time to go ahead and show off their vehicle modes. And here we have Ferak and Cyclonus together in their vehicle modes, and they both look really cool in their own respects. I'd say Cyclonus looks really cool in a sleek, elegant kind of way, even though, I mean, I know he's an evil Decepticon warrior and all that, but very sleek and elegant, very streamlined. Ferak is still pretty much that, but let's just say, like, what's a good way to look at it? But, like, say, like a sports hot rod type of spaceship that's been captured by pirates, and then they modify it to make it have better performance and be able to, you know, have better combat capabilities. That's the way I look at it. I think it's really cool. It looks like it's a smaller nose cone, and it does look pretty cool. And then, of course, the wing guns, and it looks like little intakes almost on the wings right there. I mean, it's really cool. I think this also comes across as a little bit more militaristic, if you ask me, because most jets and stuff tend to be a more gray color, at least in the U.S. Air Force and all that. And even the Navy, like, they're just a gray. They're not, like, well, crazy purple colors, even though it looks really cool. But this does have more militaristic vibes to me. And it just looks really cool. I will say my biggest complaint about Ferak, though, in his because everything else seems to be pretty stiff. Like I've said in the past, it's like a really good mold. I really like it, but I will say is that for whatever reason, this part of the wings, they just don't like to stay up very well. They're pretty loose, but that's my only real gripe about Ferak. Other than that, he actually holds together pretty well. I will say my biggest gripe will be if he ends up yellowing. That will be it. I mean, obviously, if you decide to put the weapons on top, then it's a little less streamlined, and it doesn't look horrible. It just, it's less sleek, less sporty looking. But either way, you can have them. This is about it for Transformers Legacy United Star Raider Ferak. And if you like this review and you'd like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. And until next time, have a good one, everyone.